Yeah. I'm pretty sure that engineers go home from their job and they're just like, hey, honey, guess what I designed today? I just made something that nobody's gonna be able to take off unless they have itty bitty little hands.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have.
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Morning. We're done seeding. So you know what that means? Time to clean up from seed. Let me get out of the wind. Hop in this ridge. Tell you what, this ridge is basically like a go-kart for adults. Pretty awesome. And if you're wondering just how windy it is, we're almost watering this lawn with the sprinklers on this lawn.
Want a sausage patty before you go?
Sure. Got my sausage to go. Alright, that's good stuff. Pretty sure the camera doesn't pick it up well, but there's a lot of dust in the air. And I just looked at the wind speed, 31 mile an hour. Well, no wonder there's dirt blowing in the air. Wonder if I'm tough enough today. Oh, that's not as big as I thought. You look real close. First feel of spring weed starting to come up. Definitely needs a drink of water though. Come on, rain! Come on! We having fun yet? No? Was I supposed to? No, I don't think so. Nothing about cleaning up fertilizers ever fun.
This thing's awesome.
There is a nice drain on that end at least.
Yeah, that's true.
But now the debate is, do we wing these drills down so that if it rains, I mean it's supposed to rain, is it going to rain enough to be worth holding them down so they kind of rain off? And then they don't get water in the openers too, so I don't know, I think it might as well. What's it going to hurt? Look at that, starting to rain. Probably be able to buy something real nice like a windshield wiper for this tractor.
Remanufactured air compressor. Yet another fun project on this rainy day, but windy day. Spent the morning cleaning stuff up, and now we're gonna do this. Find a bar, unscrew those eye bolts thingies there, so that way we can lift the hood, put an air compressor on, because this thing like takes a month of Sundays to build air. So we're assuming that that's why. Oh, that one was tight. There it is. That's what's getting replaced. Doesn't that look fun? Yeah, me neither. Okay, got a couple lines off. This can come off and go directly onto the new compressor. And these two lines here are tied into that. That one and that one are gonna be the fun ones, because those are coolant lines, I believe. And, oh, and then that little guy right down there. And then I gotta take the compressor over there. Then you gotta take all the fittings off of it, put them on the new one, put the compressor back on. Then you can put everything else back together. Oh, and they're heavy too, by the way. That thing's like 50, 60 pounds maybe. I don't know, it's heavy. But we'll get it, one at a time. Just gotta figure out what to do with coolant stuff, because the water level's here, and that's down here. Okay, so I have in the past found a bunch of cattle mineral tubs in the dump, empty ones of course. I take home for water tubs, feed pans, whatever for our animals. And anyway, I brought a few to the bins down here, which I'm glad I did. So it wouldn't fit under the bumper or anything. So I cut it down with the grinder. And I'm gonna use that to, and I cleaned it out really good, and I'm gonna use it to drain the radiator because it's not a petcock. It's a plug. So I have no way of really shutting it back off without making a big mess. I'm just gonna drain the coolant until it's down quite a ways, and then I can slide that tub out. We'll worry about getting the coolant back out of the tub into smaller jugs to refill the radiator later. So anyway, I got some nice cardboard pieces that were on all those pallets over there. So I don't have to crawl around in the dirt as much. I can crawl around on that cardboard. Makes it a little bit nicer, keep me from getting so freaking filthy. So that'll help. So I'm gonna go find a wrench. We'll just use a crescent wrench because it's a square plug. Take that off and start draining coolant and probably making a mess. 2 plugs. Oh, that comes in handy, especially since that one's pretty rounded off. Ooh, need another hand here. Okay, now I got it loose enough. Yeah, imagine trying to put a plug back in that. And I even left the cap on. I'm guessing that's enough. Now I'm gonna have sticky antifreeze hands the rest of the day. Well, actually, no, I won't. We have water here. I can go rinse my hand off. Except for it's cold water. Okay. All right, there it is. And that, and then we'll do that. Not just to keep the mice out of there. Keep dirt out of there as well. Drop that back down. Lift this back up. Find a wrench. Thought I had it out. Thought it was laying right here. Find is the word I'm trying to use here. Find a wrench. That I have no idea where I put it. Oh, there it is. Right where it should not be. Go figure. I do that a lot. Here, pulling the coolant back in. Oh. Alright, then how are you supposed to get to that one? I didn't really want to take the compressor off and then have to deal with that hose, but that's what it's looking like it's gonna be. Yay. Well, that's the compressor leaking out water now. But that's how that's gonna have to happen. Okay, now I can't shut the camera off because my hand's all covered in antifreeze. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I have that coolant line off, my 2 air lines off, the governor, that thing off, and I took the back plate off. So here's my predicament. You look at that, and then you look here, 1, 2, and there's a bolt down here. Don't think that matches up. And there's only 2 bolts here for mounting. So I'm pretty sure I've got the wrong compressor. But that doesn't matter a whole lot because there's a core on these, so they have to be returned. So I might as well take it off and just cover everything up to keep it clean and take that into town to get another one and then just leave that one in town. And there's your core. I think that's what we'll just have to do.
Check that out. Got ourselves a little Hunter Brothers on a local radio. If you don't know who the Hunter Brothers are, go check them out on Spotify or wherever you can listen to music at. Pretty awesome. Bunch of farm boys, 5 brothers singing some good country music, so go check them out. And it's actually kind of settled in and raining, so that's awesome. On the way over to load up some peas. Got a truck coming. It's going to be kind of interesting to see if we can, how much of a mess we make loading in the rain in his trailer, but I guess that's kind of his problem, not mine, right? He said it wasn't too bad as long as it wasn't downpour. He'd take the load, so.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that engineers go home from their job and they're just like, hey, honey, guess what I designed today? I just made something that nobody's going to be able to take off unless they have itty bitty little hands. Like, For real, like you can't get behind it, you can't, so frustrating. That's how you had to take the nut off. Rolling it between your fingers like that. Thank you, engineers. All right, now we ran into more problems. So I got my 3 bolts out, compressor's coming out. But no matter what, it hits this. And I took the mount bolts off, moved, you know, so I could pivot it, took the steel line loose. No, still not enough room. I'm in the process of taking this line off, because that's obviously rubber flexible hose, and then this is a rubber flexible hose down here, and that's my own holdup. So hopefully if I take this off, I will be able to move that, I think it's a fuel shutoff, out of the way, which that's gonna break my fuel line, causing air in my fuel, and I'll prime the truck maybe to get it started after this. All part of it. I'm telling you, it goes back to that engineer that goes home and brags to his wife about how he made life difficult for somebody he doesn't know. That's my theory anyway. I think, not just mine, I think a lot of people think like that. So, and I just can't quite get it by hand, of course. It's like turns too easy with a wrench, but it's still too tight to turn it by hand. There we go. Yep, there's my fuel line. Leaking. Now I have air in the fuel. Maybe that's enough room though. This one did not want to break loose. Now it definitely won't, now that I've taken it all loose, but we'll see. Oil, antifreeze, and fuel on my camera. Now we'll see if we can't get it off. There we go. It only weighs 300 pounds. There we go. So that has to come off, because that sprocket stays with me. This is definitely the wrong compressor, which I kind of knew that. Yeah, no matter how you shape it, if you're wrong, that should go like that. Nothing equals. Not there. Not there. 4 equal holes, not even. So, bummer. But I'll still need to take all this off, these off. Yeah, I think that's it. So, yeah, gotta make a phone call first.
Pretty sharp trick. That's one sharp truck. All loaded up. There he goes.
All right, so these 3 fittings, now this one's obviously different, but these 2 are very similar. So I just know that this fitting is now fan side, and it's about a 45-degree angle down and in towards the motor. So I wrote 45-degree down and in, fan side. That one's about 90 degrees straight down, so I wrote cab pointing that way, because 90 degrees down. And that one's just at the top, and you can see my awesome art of the top of the compressor angled just right. Now it's close. You kind of get all artsy-fartsy when you're doing this stuff, because it may be a few before this goes back together, and I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. I'm not gonna remember all this stuff in a couple days. So, I did it that way. These are very tight, I found out already. Impact. Maybe, no, I think my wrench just slipped off, that's all. Oh, man. Woo. They don't need to be this tight, people. Just, yep. Let's go a different route here. Wow. This goes back to the brute force and determination, I guess. Let's see if I can get. Holy smokes. Ooh. That's a lot of leverage. Make sure I can do this without burning up any threads. Ooh. Good night. Wowzer. Woo. That's ridiculously tight. But they're out. And I didn't mess up all my words. Very bad. Still be able to see how they go back together. Now for the top one. Oh, that one was loose. Oh my goodness. I could have done that with a pair of pliers. Alright, now I think it's just this fitting that I need. I don't think I need this, but I'm thinking I'm gonna take it off anyway. Because if that gets sent back, and I needed that, then I'm in trouble. Okay, now the fun one, I tried working on it with a 1/2 inch, is getting that off, because I need that sprocket too. May have to break out a bigger impact. Let's try bigger impact. Alright, the Milwaukee battery wouldn't do it, but the Ingersoll ram whipped it right off. No problem, man. Alright, keyway's out of here. So we have it. The new one should come with O-rings and all the fun stuff. Tony said he's planning on going to Billings, so I'm gonna call a truck shop in Billings and see if they have one, because he could get it in Billings and be back sooner than a week is what it will take to get in, depending on price. We might have to wait a week. We'll see what we get. I think everything else is off. All the plugs, cap. Oh, there's one. I'll probably take that plug out. That's the big Allen head. So I'll get it out so we know we have everything to put onto the new compressor. Whenever and wherever it comes from, it comes here. And in a remarkable twist of fate, the largest Allen head fits just perfectly. But we're gonna have to get a breaker bar. Wow. I got a breaker bar. We're gonna need a cheater bar. Nope, we're just gonna break it. Figures. Well, crap. That sucks. Cheap tools, right? I mean, it is a Craftsman though. What do you do?
Well, that is about it for today. First day of not seeding. That's kind of a nice feeling. Good to say, especially this early in May, although that's maybe not a good thing. We are super dry. The rain we did get today, got a pretty good shower over east, which has been catching the showers, not as much over west, which has been missing the showers. Could really use some rain over there, but that's just farming. Yeah, I didn't really film a whole lot more, unless you want to watch me wash pickups. Like, I did wash that one. We do have something John Deere, just some mowers and some old discs, disc and a cultivator. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, you could have watched me wash some stuff, but that's about all I did the rest of the day. Been working on editing videos. Well, working with the editor, we're actually doing, passed on the editing to somebody else for now. So we'll see how that all goes. So far, it's going really good. You might notice a little bit difference, but I doubt it. That would have been like 6 videos ago, maybe 8 videos ago now, before seeding even started. They started doing the editing, those clips, because we were so far behind. I think I mentioned before, canola. We decided to not plant the canola, planted that to Durham instead. All that, we got to get it returned back, and then we get a few bags of mustard seed left over. They sent extra, just thinking maybe we'd plant 10 pounds, but we only planted probably 8 as an average. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be gone for a couple days. Gone for Amy's birthday, so we're gonna run down to Billings, go spend some time together for that. And Tim and Dad are gonna keep on just doing what they do around here. I'll see you when I get back.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. See you next video.